It's Wednesday, it's 7:30, it's the 23rd day of March 2022. It's about 60 degrees and cloudy here in Ventura, California. What's up, fellow travelers of the earth-real plane? It is I, your boy, the OGGM, with your Wednesday friendly local game store news. All the following products should be on the shelf of your friendly local game store by Friday of this week. Of course, as always, these dates are tentative because, well, life is happening and that life is, confusing. But yes, we do have a list of things that should hopefully be on the shelves of our friendly local game store by the end of this week. That's Dream World Collectibles here in Ventura, California. So let's take a look. First, pre-orders are now going up. Actually, you know what? First, let's address yesterday. So I posted the news about Journey to the Radiant Citadel, Wizards of the Coast's latest attempt to do stuff and create a new, well, not that new, setting. And some people seem to take a little umbrage over my snarky and less than complimentary take on the product. I thought it was pretty nice, considering some of the things I could have said. Like the diversity hiring and the virtue signaling that's just hidden in there. I thought it was pretty nice. I mean, all things considered, and considering what the whole year brought us for Wizards of the Coast, pro and against topics. But some people took umbrage, and I'm sorry if you're not used to my level of sarcasm now. By my channel, well, I don't know what to tell you. I am definitely one of the first who will throw Wizards of the Coast against the wall. I'm also one of the first who will defend Wizards of the Coast. And, I've gotten told to kill myself simply because I have said things like, look, I understand why Wizards of the Coast is doing this. Okay, it doesn't really bother me. So, yeah, I guess I just can't win, much like Wizards of the Coast. That said, hey, you want to pre-order your My Little Pony tabletop role-playing game from Hasbro/Renegade Games? You can now start pre-ordering it from your friendly local game store. That's Dream World Collectibles here in Ventura, California. If you've just been waiting to see what kind of job Renegade Games is going to do with the My Little Pony IP, here's your chance to pre-order it. Now, we have the initial reviews of Essence D20 Power Rangers, and they are not very good. Also, aren't there already 2 My Little Pony role-playing games out? But I guess Hasbro is just going, hey, yeah, nope, those don't exist. This is the official My Little Pony role-playing game. So we'll see. Yeah, maybe they'll do better with G.I. Joe and Transformers than they did with Power Rangers. Anyways, this week we will find hopefully the following product. Kobold's Guide to Game Mastering. This is a systemless softcover book for $20 featuring multiple essays and articles and ways to improve your game mastering for any type of role-playing setting. So if you're interested in Keith Baker, Wolf King Bauer, David Cook, Frank Metzer, Steve Winter, and other game professionals and the essays they might have written for this topic. Just the other day, somebody was asking me what's a good source to get good ideas for game mastering and adventure building. So here you go. From Crucible 7 for the Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay, we have Urber Strike Adventures Volume 2. Urber Strike, Ubersreik. This is for 4th edition Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay. It's a hardcover adventure for $40. It's grim and perilous adventures set in the current world of Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay. In fact, it just really says on the top, Urber Strike's Adventures, Grim and Perilous Adventures in the Duchy of Warhammer. So, yeah, okay. From Mophidius, we have a whole bunch of stuff. We got some box sets. So we have the Star Trek Adventures RPG Tricorder Collector set that's available. Actually, wasn't this already available? Maybe this is a re-release, because I swear I spoke about this before. So this is a cardboard box shaped like a Star Trek Tricorder, and it contains everything you need to run the 2D20 Star Trek Adventures game from Mophidius, and that is $90. We have Viking Death Squad hardback from our old buddy Frank of Runehammer fame. This is the home campaign, or one of Hank Ritten's Dungeons and Drinkins home game that is now being released through Mofidius, and that is $54. So if you're interested in finding out some more about the amazing Runehammer fantasy role-playing game setting and all the work Hank has done for index card role-playing game and just the general genius / goofiness that is Hank, check it out. We also have the Index Card RPG Master Edition. That's going to be $54, also from Hank. And we have something called Black Void, Into the Oblivious Depths, which is... I don't know what this is. Is this an adventure for index card role-playing game? It says it's an adventure for something called Black Void. Is Black Void a game? I don't know what this is. I think Black Void was something that came out with was sort of like an interdimensional travel-y spelljammer kind of setting maybe, and this is a expansion for it. I don't know. I can't really find anything of what Black Void is, but I assume it's a game that Mofidius put out, and this is a support for it. Anyways, this will be $49. So if any of these sound interesting to you, the Tricorder Collector's Box Set of the Star Trek Adventures, Viking Death Squad or Index Card RPG Master Edition, or Black Void, Into the Oblivious Depths, whatever that is, these can all be purchased for about $55 over at your friendly local game store. Moving on. From Catalyst Games, we have some stuff for their products. We have Shadowrun 6 World Core Rulebook City Edition, Seattle 6th Edition. We have Shadow Points, and we have a Battletech map pack of Alien Worlds. So the Shadowrun stuff is for the most recent version of Shadowrun. Core rules. This includes all the information of how Seattle in the Shadowrun world is currently standing and everything that's happened to it recently in the play-through history of it. And that's $50. The Shadow Points are, I guess, things you use to show whether you're activating your powers or not in Shadowrun. They look like little tokens. So if you want to get a box of tokens for $15, you could do that. Or you could just use pennies or M&Ms, I guess. And if you're a fan of Battletech, here's a series of maps. I'm not sure why this is listed as a Shadowrun product, but I guess you could also use them for Shadowrun. These are $25 for a map pack that includes 2 double-sided, double-wide maps. $25 is kind of pricey for maps, but I'm just a stingy, I guess. That does seem kind of average. From Mongoose, we have Sea of Thieves for the role-playing game. For the role-playing game Sea of Thieves, we have something called A Tale of Two Captains. So I guess there's a role-playing game called Sea of Thieves. I assume that's sort of inspired by the Sea of Thieves video game. This Tale of Two Captains includes more rules, enemies, locations, NPCs, and stuff for the Sea of Thieves setting, and is $60. And yeah, that seems to be all the tabletop role-playing game print news for this week. Of course, the number one story is the announcement of Journeys Through the Radiant Citadel, and oh boy, is that causing a lot of hoopla. But, weren't we causing a lot of hoopla a few weeks ago about Strixhaven, and now we seem to have completely forgotten it? Weren't we causing a lot of hoopla a few weeks ago about Ravenloft, and now we're like, what? I know this is going to cause a lot of people to either be upset or happy. People are either going to be pro this or against this, but in about 4 weeks, we're going to completely forget it exists. And we're going to be talking about something else, because that just seems to be the direction Wizards of the Coast goes. Fire and forget seems to be the mentality. Kind of like what they did with poor old 4th edition. It's like I feel bad for Wizards of the Coast, but also I have really no sympathy for them. That said, I think Tales from the Endless Citadel is going to be a great setting. It feels like the perfect 5e setting. I'm excited about it. Of course, I was excited about Witchhaven, and Witchhaven turned out to be a huge joke and already has been forgotten. I thought, Strixhaven was a good idea. I mean, it was obvious that Strixhaven was going to be the next D&D Magic the Gathering setting. The second this card set came out, I'm like, yep, that's the next Magic the Gathering setting. I mean, just look at it. It looks like it's just specifically designed to be, you don't get much more D&D-ish than Strixhaven. And Strixhaven on paper seemed like a good idea. It just came out and turned out to be an utter nightmare for some, and others thought it was the best thing Wizards of the Coast ever did for D&D. And then it sort of disappeared. And now we're going to be talking about Radiant Citrus Circle. I mean, when was the last time we were talking about Mordecai? That only came out January. And I was like, what Mordecai's Multiverse Madness? What was that? I've never heard of it. Where is it? We were talking about it. We were upset. We the thing, and then now it's gone. And now we're going to be upset about this for 2 weeks. And then we'll stop talking about it because Wizards of the Coast will do something else. And they won't support it. And it'll disappear, which is too bad because it could be a really good idea. On paper, it sounds like the perfect setting for 5e. We'll see. I don't know. Anyways, that's it for today. If it feels like it's a little early, it's because I might not have internet for a couple days. So if you don't hear from me, it's not that I don't like you. It's just that I'm not in a position to post. Till next time, I've been your guide to all the tabletop role-playing game news, weather, sports, general internet nonsense. That is the OGGM. If you appreciate the words that are coming out of my mouth, take a second to consider supporting me by hitting that thumbs up and subscribing. Till next time, get out of my interdimensional vortex, you damn kids, and your damn flying rat, mouse, cat, whatever this is, thing, I don't know.